Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, what are human rights? They are about the dignity of human beings. And they do not belong to any state. They belong to the people. They are universal. They apply to everyone, everywhere, without distinction. They are universal, indivisible, interdependent. This is what our United Nations member states stood for 75 years ago, when the Universal Declaration on Human Rights was adopted. And this was reconfirmed by all United Nations member states 30 years ago in the Vienna Declaration and Programme of Action. 30 years ago. Sadly, human rights are challenged more than ever around the world, all around the world, from Afghanistan to Ukraine, from Belarus to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, from Myanmar to Ethiopia. We cover the 4 cardinal points. In Ukraine, almost 8 million have fled the country, the majority of whom are women and children. At least 6 million people are internally displaced and millions need humanitarian assistance. Russian attacks on civilians and civilian critical infrastructure amount to war crimes. The suffering must stop and perpetrators held to account. In Afghanistan, remember in Afghanistan, 2 years ago, the Kabul fall, the Taliban continue to systematically violate fundamental human rights of the Afghan people, particularly women and girls. They are denied their right to education, confined to their homes, and have no space in public life. This is a gender apartheid. 20 million Afghans, 70% of the population, need humanitarian assistance. The European Union stands by Afghans, especially by Afghans women. In Iran, the death in custody of Mahsa Amini has shocked the world, not only the Iranians. And we have seen brave Iranians attempt to exercise their rights. And we are appalled by the use of the death penalty, both publicly and in my direct contact with the Iranian authorities. I have been calling for an end to these executions. Excellencies, no country and no region has a perfect human rights record. Certainly not. And that includes the European Union. Our member states have traveled a long and painful journey, especially in this 20th century. We wish to share those experiences and lessons learned. But let me be clear. We will not accept any violation of the United Nations Charter. We, the European Union, will not accept any justification for the discrimination of other human beings on whatever basis, nationality, ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, disability, age, or caste. All United Nations members have a duty to prevent and ensure accountability for human rights violations and abuses, no matter where they occur. Members of the Human Rights Council and of the United Nations Security Council have a particular obligation that comes with membership. We support High Commissioner Turk and the independency of his office. I welcome the High Commissioner's independent report on the human rights situation in Xinjiang and expect China to address their recommendations. Universality of human rights makes them not subject to negotiations. Indivisibility between ESC rights and civil and political rights, economic and socio-economic rights and civil and political rights, is neither subject to negotiation. Excellencies, multilateralism is essential to achieve global peace, security, and development. There is no country that can address global crisis alone. So let's make this 2023 the year in which we together turn the tide for human rights. That's the moment to do that. Let's engage, let's commit with this endeavor. Thank you for your attention.